Okay, the next question is, what type of marketing do you typically do on a listing? And I'm going to add something. Do you think it's beneficial to do an open house right at the beginning of the listing?
Okay, so I do everything that I know to do, and I'm really hopeful I'll learn some things today, because I don't know any, I love to figure out more ways to market. We spend a lot of money on HomeSnap. My script on this, and I don't even know, turn the cameras off if this is real or not, but supposedly they take our listings and input it into buyers' search feeds by basically figuring out this person wants to invest in this area or buy in this area, and they put our listings in their social media. So we spend a lot of money on HomeSnap. Of course, we put it all on the websites, but let's be honest, okay? The most important things that you can do are condition, which we're all just talked about, pricing, and your photography. I mean, that's the bottom line. So we do, really, I'm super particular about our photography. We do videos, we do aerial shots. We actually on higher-end listings do custom neighborhood videos. I actually am extremely hands-on with every step of the process of my listings from inception to closing. So I help determine the order of the photos, the language that gets put in. I'm the final eyes. Then we send it to the client as incomplete for their review and approval. We have them actually, again, systematize. We have them complete a survey prior to listing it that basically is like, what neighborhood amenities do you like? What do you like about your location? What do you want us to mention about your house? Because sometimes, have you ever listed a house and you're like, why didn't you mention the park down the street? And you're like, I don't even know about it. Because we list in about 45 minutes to an hour in all directions. We have about 40% of our business is internet. So a lot of times, I just listed a house in Smyrna, and I'm like, I don't know anything about Smyrna. So anyway, we do a survey to get the information from them. We do open houses on Saturday versus Sunday. The reason why my stuff was selling, like I was getting offers on Friday, and I didn't want to wait until Sunday to accept the offer because we didn't have any showings booked on Saturday or Sunday, and all of our showings were on Friday because I always do a coming soon period. I think that's very strategic, so I like to do like 1 to 2 days where we're pushing it as a coming soon, because I like to bottleneck all of our activity into like one day to kind of create that fear of loss, that excitement. So when I'm in a listing appointment, I say, listen, we're going to take pictures on a Monday. Our photographer gets our pictures back next business day, so we have it up as a coming soon on Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's say if we take pictures on Tuesday, we have it as a coming soon for 2 to 3 days. We start showings on Friday. We have an open house on Saturday, again to create that fear of loss. We do a lot of social media pushes, reels, closed social media pages, Middle Tennessee, Benchmark. We do an email blast to our Realtor community, which I know you guys all love, and to our database. But again, critical. Spend the time, the 3 weeks, the 2 weeks, the month that it takes to get it right on the front end with condition. Get it right on the pricing. Price low. Do not price high right now. And get a good photographer. And make sure that your listings actually communicate the benefits of the house. I am so disappointed when I look at these listings. There's no captions, there's no language, there's no information about the neighborhood, the area, the proximity to downtown, the proximity to the parks, blah, blah, blah. Put pictures of like restaurants, bars, coffee shops, parks, walking trails.
I think you do a map too, don't you?
We do a map. We really try, because so many of our buyers are coming from out of state, so we need to educate them not on the house, but also the lifestyle, the quality of life, the community. Make sure every picture is full of why you're selling. Another thing that I do that I guess I would say would be marketing is before, and this was even at the height of the market when I was getting blown up with 30, 40 showings, I text every single agent before they show my listing a script that I create, kind of saying, hey, look, this is what your client needs to know about my listing. It's priced below the comps. We have 10 showings booked, this afternoon. We have X, Y, and Z in terms of condition. Our upgrades are better than the competition, blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, that goes a long way, because people, feel connected to me, so they start communicating to me on and another thing that I ask when I send that text message is, especially now, hey, is your client looking for in a house? What's important to them in the neighborhood? What's important to them in their home? And they'll say, oh man, they really need these things. That gives me what I need to have ammo to sell the house to that agent so they sell it for me. Does that make
Great
sense?
stuff, great stuff. Marcos?
Well, I'll be the basic one over here. So when it comes to promoting the house, I just do, of course, I use a particular photographer. Every single time it's gotta be my man. He just takes, I'm there, by the way, in every picture. I'm there, I'm helping
In the
move.
photo bombing.
No, like
Agent that did that one time.
I've become part of the process, right? I move stuff out of the way, I move, all kinds of stuff, and so I make sure the pictures have to be perfect. One time, I remember Philip brought a trainer here one time, and he said to sell every picture of your listing. The captions below it, the room measurements, if you know the room measurements are big, put it on there, 15 by 15. This is a huge room. Kitchen was renovated, not just put the picture of the kitchen, just tell them that, it's renovated. And so, sell every picture of your listing. I do a walkthrough video. I'm not the greatest at it, but apparently it gets me a whole bunch of new buyers. Every time I put something on Facebook, whether it's a closing and all that stuff, every single time my phone rings for the next 2 to 3 days. Particularly with those videos. Just for us, the small time, listings.
Y'all are doing a lot of deals.
You can do that on your own time. It's short time. You just grab your cell phone. Once the house is perfectly presented, and just right before pictures or right after pictures, you just walk around with it, and it gets you a lot of views, and it gets you that new client. You could almost tell who's gonna call you the next week because the person have seen the video this day, this day, and this day. You already know you're about to call me. And so it's how I've been doing it, and thankfully it's worked. But she's the bomb over there.
Yeah, she is.
Maria?
All right, so for me, I don't deal with a lot of listings, but when I do, it's the same thing. I basically, when it comes to social media, I love social media because that's where you get a lot of clients, and you basically put it out there, even though it's still all over the internet, but you have that extra push where you have not only people that have already been called, the agents, like I said earlier, and also the clients. So I do, obviously, photographer, videography, all that's very important. And doing the reels too, or like the live video walk through the property, that'll just get more people interested in the house, and whether they have an agent or not, you'll get more people seeing the house, and it's likely to have more, likely for you to sell it faster. And also doing the ad campaigns. I do ad campaigns, and they're very successful for me. I get a lot of people calling me, you get new clients, same thing. Social media is everything right now. Whether it's just sharing it in different groups, like Hip Antioch, Hip Nashville, whatever those groups that you work in, but those, I get a lot of clients through those. Share the property. Whether it's a buy, it's a sale, but it gets you clients and it puts it out there in the campaigns.
April?
I do some of what everyone else has done. Not quite to Brianna's level, though. Damn.
Learn something today.
I'll just mention a few things that are a little bit different than what's been said. Couple tools on the social media that I use that might be helpful for everybody. To keep branding consistent, I use Canva. You can actually upload your branding colors and make sure everything is fitting within a consistent theme, is in line with your brand. And then I use Planoly to plan out my social media posts, and that kind of keeps you sane when you're getting right up to the listing date. So you can plan all of that ahead of time. And set it to post at a certain time for your coming soon campaign, for your go live campaign, and you can have all of that done in advance. I do a packet in my listings that keeps disappearing, and since the comeback of the QR code in the pandemic, it has a QR code on the front of the packet. Inside the packet, it's got all of the PCD materials, a page with the highlights. really everything that a buyer or agent would need to know about the property, but on the cover of that, I have a specialized QR code that leads directly to the website. So, you know, everybody can get every piece of information that they need on the property. Video is huge with social media. The reels have really been taking off this year. So making sure you get video with your photography package is huge. And that you get video when you're on site too. It doesn't all have to look professional. You know, I'm gonna get better this year about including myself in videos when I'm out on properties. I'm a little nervous, a little scared about that. But this is gonna be my year, because I think that helps the connection. With people that don't necessarily know you, don't necessarily have that rapport already built. So we're gonna branch out there with our marketing this year, but even just capturing, you know, a quick 7-second view of the amazing backyard while you're there. It doesn't always have to be professional for social media, but video has just been really huge this year.